Hi everyone, I'm Ebony and welcome to my channel. Today is a floss tube extra and I'm stitching, well it's a stitch with me actually, and I'm stitching on Pink Aqua Butterfly by Pink Lily Patterns. This is stitched on a 28 count even weave by Coffee Craft Fabrics, and it's in this lovely bluey, pinky, skyish colour. I love this fabric. So I thought, well, while I'm stitching anyway, I may as well chat to you guys. There was a few things I wanted to talk about, so I thought, let me just get on, try and get over my little setup phase. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's because I am a bit of a perfectionist, so I think, well, the camera's wobbling a bit, it's going blurry, it's everything like that, and then I think, well, I'm not going to do it then. But I love doing it, so I just think until, in the meantime of figuring something more permanent out, we'll just have to put up with what we've got. Because ideally I would have like a little stitchy corner with a chair and my camera set up so I could film more stitch with me's, but at the minute I don't have anything like that. And obviously there's my family to think about. Like today, if you hear any extra noises, my husband and son are both home, so obviously they're just going about the business as usual. So if you hear them, then I do apologise, but they do live here too. Yeah, so this is one of my whip go calls for this month, and my whip go is 2,000 stitches, so that's what I am working on now. I've not done anywhere near 2,000 stitches. I'm up to 104 today. I think I did maybe 100 or so yesterday, and then that's it. I'm just not getting the same stitchy time that I was before, which is fine. Different seasons of life bring different amounts of free time, but when I look back at my numbers, I think, oh, that was such a sad day. Like the other day, I only got 57 stitches, but I forced them out because otherwise I wouldn't have got any stitches. So yeah, I thought, well, I've got a bit of time, I'll have a sit down and a stitch with my favourite stitchy people. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of changes that might be coming, or that I'm thinking about. Mainly because I'm just not getting around to my projects like I would like. There is still quite a number of whips that have not been touched yet this year, and we're in April now. So, oh, that just annoys me. It makes me so sad. So, but I suppose it's the sacrifice, isn't it, of wanting to get things done or work on everything. Like, we can't do everything. We've got to kind of choose and prioritise. And I do want to get some things done because I started way too many things last year and I want to get my whips down. But also, I have projects in stash that I want to start that I don't feel comfortable starting until I have some finishes. So there's that as well. But yeah, the fact of things not being touched in like 4 to 6 months is just not okay with me. So I'm thinking of dropping whip go. Because I have 3 whips that see consistent progress. I have Wildlife of Predator, which is my focus for a finish. I have Mini City Life New York, which is my daily stitch, which should get it finished this year if I can keep up with my daily stitching. Hold on, let me just get a sip of coffee. And then also, what's my other one? Oh, Grace gets 2,000 stitches a month. So they're my consistent whips. And I feel like I'm in the mood to just have everything else just be as and when I like. So I like to have a rotation going. So I can just go through my whips and touch them all. So that's what I'm thinking. Because whip go's not actually bringing anything for me because my rotation is 2,000 stitches anyway. So it's not like stitches it wouldn't have already got. It would have still got them. So I'm thinking of ditching that. It was a nice thought. I'm missing a stitch up here because I don't have that colour on my floss card. I need to go see if it's in my master set. I am picking symbols on this in the diagonal. So I just put the diagonal lines on Pattern Keeper. And then from the top to the bottom of the diagonal, I just pick the symbols, typewriter method. And it keeps me from missing too many bits and bobs. So, because there is light colours in here, and there is a lot of blues which match here, they match the fabric. So, yeah, I find that a good way to go through and make sure every symbol is getting chosen. And it helps not have to decide and get decision fatigue. You can just let that decide for you which colour you're going to do, whether you like it or not. So yeah, let me know what you think about those changes. I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter which way my whips are getting picked, as long as I'm happy. And if I'm not getting as much stitchy time, then the stitchy time that I do have, I want to be able to choose what I want to work on and not feel like I'm running out of time or every week, every 2 weeks. But like I said, this is a whip go call, and this will be my whip go for April complete. So I suppose I have until the end of the month to decide whether I'm going to carry on for May or not. I have a little cluster of packed threads there that I'm not touching until I get to them in the diagonal. So, what have I been up to? It's been lovely, lovely, lovely weather here in the northwest of England. We've had some really beautiful spring days. Today's really quite warm, with like the last few days it's been warm. It's been sunny, but there's been a cool breeze. Whereas today the breeze is really like lessened and it's just lovely out there. And I'm sat in here stitching. So it makes me in such a better mood when it's sunny outside. Just to look out and see the sunshine just makes everything just a little bit like happier for me. I have been in work this morning. I have actually been for a job interview today. So we'll see how I get on with that maybe next week. But it feels like it went well. But if not, then it wasn't meant to be. There's no pressure. But I was speaking to the lady and she was saying that she's going to be in there until like the sun has gone, which is a shame because it is stunning. Talking of stunning, has anyone seen the new Bella Filipina? I am obsessed. I will pop up a picture in case you haven't seen it. I mean, I know you all aren't interested in fancy ladies, but oh my god, I really need that one. It reminds me of my wedding. So I might stitch her with a skin conversion. Because the reason why it reminds me of my wedding, and she's wearing a wedding-ish dress. And we got our wedding photos done in our local park, which is more of like it's not like a park with like a play area, it's like gardens. And there's beautiful flower gardens, and there's a little pond and a bandstand, and that's all in that picture. There is that if you look on the design, there is I'll just get rid of this. There's a bandstand in the background, which I got my wedding pictures done. Some of my wedding pictures are done inside the bandstand. And around the top of the design, there is like drapings of what look like to be wisteria. And in our local park, there is quite a grand staircase with wisteria draped all the way through, a bit like a wisteria tunnel. It is gorgeous. So that picture really just reminds me of my wedding pictures. So I'm thinking to do a bit of a skin conversion to something more similar to my skin tone, because she is obviously more fair. The hair looks okay, and everything else I really like. I love the butterflies, and I love the softness and the spring tones. I just think it is gorgeous. And it is big. It needs a half yard. Doesn't fit on a fat quarter. But it's to celebrate the 10th anniversary of designing, I think. And it's a bit different for them. It reminds me more of a Memorabilia, the way it's got the background and the size of it and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's gorgeous. So once my no buy is up, any guesses for what I'll be buying? I'm sure she needs a ton of beads and a ton of specialty threads, because I can't imagine it being any less. But yeah, oh, I love her. What's it called? I can't remember. And the fabric is a Bestitch Me fabric, and I think the fabric is perfect for it. But I went on Bestitch Me's website, and when you look at the picture of the fabric, it does not look like that. So I don't know. I might have a wait to see, because I won't be able to buy it until June anyway. So I might wait and see if anyone gets the code for, and see if it's like that, because I'm guessing that is just like, well, the image is a computer generated, and I'm guessing that is just a mock-up on like a fabric viewer. So it'll be interesting to see whether the actual fabric is like that. It looks a bit darker on the website, or quite a bit darker. And I think the lightness and the softness is what really makes it like shine on with that design. So yeah, I'll have to get that in June. I'm really proud of myself. Talking of my no buy, hold on. Talking of my no buy, I'm very proud of myself that I've not bought anything since last year. Yeah, I've not bought anything since last year. I bought my Eiffel Tower scissors, but they didn't count, in my opinion. It's helped us reach our financial goals for the first half of the year. So it just shows any kind of like spending, like unnecessary spending, it can make a difference. I am gonna do well, if you're interested, I've just had a thought. If you're interested, would you like to see a stitch of me with like a stash dive of my digital patterns? So I could be stitching and popping up images of the patterns that I have and maybe plans to start. I already have like a little document that I made with the details of them. Like if I want to crop them or anything like that, I've already got a document just for my own notes. Would you be interested in that? Because the reason why I got into that was because, as I was saying, I've not bought anything, but I still have so many patterns that I've already got because I went a bit mad buying last year. So would you be interested in that? Let me know down below. Let me just mark this off. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that is one plan that I have to buy. I have to buy the new Bella Filipina. And I don't know when I'll start it though. Because after Soul Tropica's done, I want to finish Maiden of Tabataha and then get back to my chatelaine. But it'd be nice just to have it for future. This design is so lovely to stitch. I don't even know if you can see what I'm stitching because it's blue on blue and you're quite far zoomed out. Because of my setup. So I'll see if I can zoom you in a little bit. I hope that doesn't go all blurry now. But yeah, it's lovely to, I'm gonna end my thread because I'm coming out of frame now. Yeah, it's really lovely to stitch. I think it's just a combination of like these colours and the fabric is so soft and so relaxing. I just end this and we'll pick something up here. So yeah, I've been in work this morning. Then I went, oh, there's a big chunk of colour here. What is it? 3756. Oh God. It's basically white. Oh, it's very, very light blue. But basically white. Been to work. Excuse me. Been to work. Went to that interview. And then now I'm home. I need to cook dinner. We're going to have meatballs and pasta, which is, for some reason, a favourite at the minute. We're all just enjoying it so much. I mean, I love anything with a ton of garlic in. So this whole area here is 3756. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make that soon. And then what is my husband doing? Is he watching the golf tonight or is it football tonight? I lose count. Oh, it's football tonight. I lose track of what sports he's watching. He's sports mad. But I just stitch away, so I'm not bothered. If it's football, I go up to my room and stitch because I can't deal with the dramatics. With the oohing and ahhing and jumping up and down. So I'll go and stitch in my room, and if I'm stitching in my room, then I'll stitch on Mini New York. But if I stitch downstairs, I'll carry on this piece. So that's our plans for tonight. And then, oh, I had weigh-in. When was it? Yesterday. And I am, how far am I? 6 pounds away from my target. Which will then, when I get to my target, I would have lost 4 stone since July, which is amazing. I've been looking at some old pictures and videos that my sister's been sending me. And oh my gosh, I look so different. I said to my husband, why did you not tell me my face was so round? We were both laughing. He said he didn't notice. But imagine, he couldn't really say anything else, could he? Bless him. Oh, talking of weight loss. So, on Friday, if you've been following me for a little while, you'll know that I used to, last summer we were going for a lot of walks while my husband played golf. And it's officially golf season. So we will be going on Friday he'll be playing golf and I'll be walking around the golf course with him to try and speed up my weight loss a little bit and get some exercise in. To be fair, I walk quite a lot anyway. I don't drive, so I walk everywhere. I walk school, I walk to work, back home. If I go shopping, I walk. If my husband's off work, then he'll drive us. But I always walk to work regardless. The other day I had a dentist appointment and I walked up and it was, I don't know, maybe 45-minute walk. But it was a really nice day. Just a lovely spring day. Not too hot. And what was I going to say? And you ever walked through the Vale, which is all like woodland and nature reserve-ish. On the way there, you walk through like a farm area. And there's horses and yeah, it's beautiful. I love the English like woodland and countryside in the spring and summer. That's my favourite thing about this country. I just don't think you can beat it. It's stunning. I mean, for me, that's personal preference, but going to other countries that we've been to, usually, well, in Europe, we go for walks and stuff, but there's just something about the English countryside that I love. Probably because it's like home. When we grew up, when we lived at home, me and my sisters, we lived right by a nature reserve and we were always in there. There was a big lake or pond. I think it's a lake. And this nature reserve was absolutely massive. So we used to be in there all day. Getting up to all sorts of mischief. So it probably, comes from there, being a child, growing up with it right on our doorstep. Just making sure I stay on track. I always feel like my voice goes really hoarse when I'm doing a stitch with me. It's like I'm whispering, but I'm not whispering. It's just that I don't want to shout down the phone. But then my voice goes really like rough. Sounds like I'm trying to seduce someone. Oh, it sounds like I've got a sore throat, more like. So like I said, this is just one big chunk of 3765. not the most fun, just back and forth. I'm actually gonna jump up here and get this area. This is probably not the best project to choose, seeing as though it's pretty much tone on tone. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about was knitting. So if, again, you've been with me for a little while, you might remember me talking about trying to knit. And I never mentioned it again on my channel. And that is because it went horrible. And I just couldn't get the hang of it. I tried knitting socks. And then if you watch my decluttering series, you'll see that I say series, there's only 2 videos. You'll see that I kept the knitting things. Well, I decided to have another go at it, and I just don't think knitting's for me. I like crochet, and I really want to start a new crochet project, but knitting, I just don't think I like it, and I don't want to force it. I just don't relax when I'm doing it, and I think that's why I can't pick it up, because I'm just so tense. So I've decided to just knock it on the head and leave it. It's not meant to be. So I did try again. But yeah, I don't know what crochet project I want to do. I want to do another granny square blanket. That was my favourite. I loved that. And that's so portable as well. You can just take one little skein of yarn and a hook and you're off. You can do some centres. That's what I used to do. I just used to do, like, if I was taking it on the go, I'd just take a colour that I wanted a few of the squares to have the centre of that colour and just get loads of centres just knocked out. And they're only little. So I don't know. I've been looking at different blankets. I'm still, like I said, I'm on a full craft no buy, so it's not just cross stitch. So I can't buy any yarn anyway. But I can dream. I don't know how long I've been videoing now, but my bum is going numb on these horrible chairs. And I need to cook dinner. So, it's not a mega long one, but at least I got to chat with you while I had the time. And let me know if you're interested in the stash dive of my digital patterns. They're all full coverage, I think. And we can have a look and see, and it'll give me something to talk about, because these videos, they're hard to know what to talk about. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in that, and until next time, happy stitching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.